The morning was chilling, a cold fog wrapping the park in an eerie shroud. The scene was silent but for the distant hum of city life, oblivious to the horror that had unfolded. Ashling Murphy, a beloved schoolteacher, had gone for a run along the canal. The path she took was one she knew well, a place she felt safe, but that day the tranquility was shattered. Her lifeless body was found near the water, an image too grim to fathom. The police arrived, their flashing lights casting ghostly shadows on the trees. Evidence markers dotted the ground, each one a silent witness to the violence that had occurred. As investigators combed the scene, the gravity of the crime became clear. Ashling's death was not just a loss, it was a brutal reminder of the dangers women face daily. The community reeled, grappling with the shock and the stark reality of gender-based violence.
The news broke like a thunderclap, reverberating through the media. Headlines screamed the tragedy from every corner, each one echoing the same horrific truth. Young teacher murdered on morning run, they read. The story spread quickly, a dark cloud over the nation's consciousness. News anchors delivered the grim details with somber faces, their voices tinged with sorrow. Reports painted a picture of a vibrant young woman whose life was stolen too soon. Social media buzzed with hashtags, rallying cries for justice and expressions of grief. Communities far and wide felt the impact. Vigils were held, candles flickered in the night, and flowers piled up at memorials. Each gesture was a testament to the solidarity and outrage felt by those who never knew Ashling, but were touched by her story. In the wake of the tragedy, discussions about safety and justice grew louder. Politicians, activists, and everyday citizens called for change. The collective voice of the public became a powerful force, urging action to prevent such senseless violence.
Ashling Murphy was more than a name in the headlines. She was a daughter, a sister, and a friend. She was known for her kindness, her passion for teaching, and her love for music. Photos of her smiling face began to circulate, each one a poignant reminder of the life that was lost. Her students, heartbroken, remembered her as a teacher who made learning fun. She brought joy into the classroom, her enthusiasm contagious. Colleagues spoke of her dedication, her warmth, and her unwavering commitment to her pupils. Ashling's family shared their grief and their memories, painting a picture of a young woman full of promise. They described her as someone who always saw the best in people, who loved to laugh and make others smile. Their loss was immeasurable, their pain deeply felt. As people learned more about Ashling, the tragedy became even more profound. She was not just a victim. She was a vibrant, talented individual whose life was cruelly cut short. Her memory became a rallying cry, a symbol of the fight against gender-based violence.
The investigation into Ashling Murphy's death quickly zeroed in on a suspect. Using maps and graphics, the authorities traced his movements on that fateful day. The path he took, the places he visited, all became crucial pieces of the puzzle. The suspect's trail was meticulously documented. Surveillance footage showed him in the vicinity, his demeanor captured in grainy images. Witnesses came forward, each one adding another layer to the timeline of events. The map grew more detailed, each marker a step closer to justice. The community watched as the investigation unfolded. The suspect's background was scrutinized, his past actions dissected. The trail led to an inevitable confrontation, a moment of reckoning for the man accused of such a heinous act. Through the mapping of the suspect's movements, the narrative of that day became clearer. It was a chilling reminder of the lurking dangers, the unseen threats that can turn a routine run into a nightmare. The search for answers continued, driven by the need for justice and closure.
The courtroom was a somber place, filled with a heavy sense of purpose. The trial of Ashling Murphy's suspected murderer was set to be a defining moment. Courtroom sketches and audio recordings brought the proceedings to life, each word and gesture scrutinized. Prosecutors presented their case with determination, laying out the evidence in meticulous detail. Witnesses took the stand, their testimonies a mix of sorrow and resolve. The defense mounted their argument, each side battling for the truth. The public followed the trial closely, each update a step towards justice. The courtroom sketches captured the tension, the gravity of the situation etched into every line. Audio recordings of the proceedings echoed the emotional weight of the testimonies. As the trial progressed, the quest for justice for Ashling became a collective endeavor. The outcome would not just determine the fate of the accused, but would also send a powerful message about the value of every life and the importance of safety for all.
The interviews with those close to Ashling Murphy were heart-wrenching. Friends, family, and colleagues shared their grief and their memories, their voices filled with emotion. Each story painted a vivid picture of the person Ashling was, and the void her loss had created. Her parents spoke of their pride and their heartbreak, their tears a testament to their profound loss.
Friends recalled the laughter they shared, the plans they made, now shattered. Colleagues remembered her as a bright light in their lives, a source of inspiration and joy. The emotional weight of these interviews was palpable. Each word, each tear, a reminder of the human cost of violence. The pain of those left behind was raw and real, their grief a powerful call for change. These voices of grief resonated far beyond the immediate circle of Ashling's loved ones. They touched the hearts of strangers, sparking a collective mourning. The interviews became a chorus of sorrow and solidarity, a testament to the impact of one life on so many others.
The Candlelight Vigil for Ashling Murphy was a moment of profound unity. People gathered in silence, their faces illuminated by the soft glow of candles. The night was filled with a somber reflection, a collective mourning for a life taken too soon. The flickering lights created a sea of hope and remembrance. Songs were sung, prayers whispered, and tears shed. Each candle represented not just Ashling, but every victim of gender-based violence. The vigil was a powerful statement of solidarity and a call for change. Speakers shared their thoughts and memories, their words echoing through the quiet night. The community stood together, united in their grief and their resolve. The vigil was a testament to the strength of the human spirit, a beacon of hope in the darkness. As the vigil came to a close, there was a moment of silence. It was a time to reflect, to remember, and to pledge action. The silence was filled with unspoken promises, a collective vow to honor Ashling's memory by striving for a safer, more just world.
The echoes of Ashling Murphy's story continue to resonate. Her tragic death has sparked a call to action, a demand for change. The community and the world have been moved by her story, and there is a growing determination to prevent such tragedies in the future. Organizations dedicated to ending gender-based violence have seen a surge in support. Activists are pushing for stronger laws, better protection, and more resources for those at risk. The call to action is loud and clear. We must do more to protect our mothers, daughters, and sisters. The power of Ashling's story lies in its ability to evoke empathy and drive action. Her memory serves as a reminder of what we stand to lose if we do not address the root causes of violence. It is a call to each of us to be vigilant, to support survivors, and to challenge the systems that allow such violence to persist. In the quiet moments when the candles have burned down and the vigils are over, the work continues. It is in these echoes of silence that we find our resolve. We honor Ashling Murphy not just with our words, but with our actions, striving for a world where such tragedies are a thing of the past.